Hello, everyone.
Hi everyone. Okay, Brandon, can you share with us a little bit more about yourself?
Hello, hi, everyone. Hi, I'm Brandon. I always like to start my line by saying, "Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm 40 years old." I always like to tell people my age because otherwise, if I don't set the stage right, people think that I'm like a poly student, yeah, or uni grad, yeah. So I like always start off saying my age. Why? Because people don't believe my age, lah. So
Brandon, can you share with us
uh,
your secret to youth or not? To
that's
looking
that's
young.
another story that we can share later.
Oh,
Yeah. So talking about myself, I have two kids. Yeah. One boy, one girl. They are twins. Yeah. So I'm very blessed, and then I'm
wow.
also blessed with good skin. So professionally, I'm a coach, digital marketing coach. So what we do is we together with my partner Adam, right? We actually coach Chinese speaking business owners, especially the traditional business owners, on how to modernize their business and go from offline to online. So, which I believe is very important because right now you all just heard the news, and then on Sunday we are all going to shut down. I mean, a lot of places going to
Yeah,
shut.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So myself, I also own a e-commerce store since 2014. It's actually called Wet T-shirt lah. Yeah, as you
Okay.
can see, this T-shirt is actually
Awesome.
designed by me.
Can you
Yeah.
tell us more about this company? How do you get started with this brand Wet T-shirt?
Mm, Actually, it started as a passion. When I was young, I actually loved designing. Yeah. So there was once last time, I'm not too sure whether you remember, there was this a lot of t-shirt brands came out, and then in the US, and then it's like the whole t-shirt competition, design competition. I think one of them was spread shirt.
Spreadshirt.
Yeah, spreadshirt. Yeah. So that time I had a lot of ideas. Then I designed a lot of things inside, and then I posted my designs online for people to vote and that kind of thing lah. So the ridiculous thing is that they rejected my designs because they say I got it from somewhere.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, huh? No, I designed it myself from
Hmm.
scratch from my computer. Yeah. So so that's where I actually ignited my interest in t-shirt design. Yeah, and also getting inspired by all the other US t-shirt platforms out there. Yeah, then slowly I thought of why not just design a t-shirt for myself, because I think that would be very fun and cool, right?
Yeah.
I did not actually intend to do this as a full-time business or just make it like a hobby lah. So
Wow.
I designed my first t-shirt. It was called Xiao Lang. So there's an arrow pointing, yeah, then put Xiao Lang. There's one t-shirt which is called I'm Crazy, right? I'm with
Yeah.
crazy, yeah. Then an arrow pointing. Yeah, so actually I sold that t-shirt to my friend at $25. Then he bought it. Then he said, "Hey, that's interesting. Then why not you design more?" And okay, lor. Then I started design more. And then I set up my own website. Yeah, yeah. So I started my own website, and then after that, I just put it online, and people start to buy. And then I created my own IG account, IG page, right? And so I started to post everything, and then yeah, I started to get a lot of traction. And because it was very near to uh, SG50, yeah, it was
Hmm.
very near to SG50. So attention was actually on the Singapore. The spotlight was actually on Singapore designs.
That was how many years ago?
Wow,
SG50.
SG15, 2016.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I did like 1 year plus. I started in October 2014. Yeah, October 2014, and then 2015, right? Uh, I was on Nice and all other platforms. And then this whole brand actually went boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you started your this brand, right, Wet T-shirt, how did you came out with the inspiration Wet T-shirt? What is there a story behind this name?
Yeah. So initially I was thinking, is there something which is fun, right? And memorable and yet kinky and quirky? Because I want my brand to be fun and quirky. Yeah. So fun and
Okay.
quirky, so I came out, why not call Wet T-shirt? Because it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
People might think, Wet T-shirt. Wow, what the hell is this?
Mm.
Yeah. Then you think, oh, it's just a T-shirt brand. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I want my brand to actually represent fun and quirky. So when you're wet doesn't mean that you're really wet lah. But then when you're wet, it means you're sweating, you're exercising, you're having fun, you're in the pool, you're getting wet. So that kind of wet lah, healthy kind of wet lah.
So how do you get like your first group of customers to buy from you on like your e-commerce store? How did you get your first group of customers? Because I believe that before you went viral and your brand starts to boom, right? Definitely you need to spread the awareness. So how did that first group of people get to know about your brand?
My first group of customers was actually my friends.
Your friends.
So I started selling to my friends and then getting feedback, constant feedback on my new designs. And then if they like it, then okay, then I'll just sell it online. So how do I actually get my first batch of customers, right? It's very simple, just run ads.
Oh, I see. So
yeah. So during that time, right, I had a mentor, so I learned Facebook ads from him. Yeah, so I just run some ads and try, and to my surprise, it's not too bad. Yeah,
wow.
And then after that, I wrote into my first. I can remember. I think it's I can't remember who's that guy's name. It's an influencer. So I just wrote in to him, and then he was actually he wanted to support us lah. Yeah. So
wow, very, very nice.
Yeah.
So he didn't take any fees lah. He just said that because you guys are a local brand and I really like your brand, your name and all that. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like on average, how many, like for one customer, right? How many piece of t-shirt would they buy from you? Like how on average? Because I believe that you have a very interesting brand, right? When people buy from you, usually they'll buy a few pieces. I don't believe that they will just buy one piece.
Yeah. So usually they'll buy like 2 or 3.
Okay, awesome.
Minimum order they'll buy 2 or 3. But when it comes to Chinese New Year and Christmas, they'll buy a lot, because for Christmas they'll buy for their friends, family.
Yeah.
And then they'll buy for even their father, their mother, and for Chinese New Year they'll buy for the whole family, even for the kids.
My sister-in-law is a huge brand of wet t-shirt. He's a huge fan of wet t-shirt.
Oh, really?
I noticed that they like to buy your brand right during Chinese New Year. Did you like purposely come up with like designs for Chinese New Year, or it just happened?
Because it happened during the first year which I launched, because I told you it happened in October 2014, Then October 2015, I was thinking, so what's next? Yeah, what's next for Wet T-shirt? Maybe a Chinese New Year series, because I can visualize that I want to see a lot of people wearing my designs during Chinese New Year. Yeah, and then they can wear as a family, and then they can all have fun, and they can laugh together. Yeah, so it's very memorable for them as well, for me also lah. So
my favorite is the Tu Wang Tu Ho.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite t-shirt? Which is your favorite one? You have so many different designs, right? In your wet t-shirt brand, which is your favorite? Number one.
My number one favorite will still be the Huat.
Oh, that's your favorite.
Yeah, because that was like my first ever Chinese New Year design.
Wow.
Why is it so? Because it's the traditional, the far mahjong green, and then with the Huat word, right? Yeah. So to me, that actually symbolizes Singaporeans, and what we like to do during Chinese New Year is just Huat lah. And then everyone just gamble like xiao.
Which is the best selling in your?
Best selling is Huat.
Also Huat.
Yeah. So for Huat, right, I came out with a lot of variations, like the gold variation, shimmering variation, and also camel variation, even SG50 variation, orchid variation, camel also. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So I think the design is very versatile. Yeah. And it never goes out of style, because every Chinese New Year I can still see people buying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Evergreen.
Yeah, evergreen. Yeah.
Design. So I'm just curious,
Yeah.
do you have any like design background before you start this e-commerce business? Because I hear many times that you love designing your own stuff and all that. Do you have any like design background prior to that, or you just pick up on your own?
Actually, no. I just pick up my own.
Wow.
Yeah, with whatever software that I can find, and of course illustrations. So sometimes I doodle a bit in school because I don't really pay attention. Yeah, then just doodle, then draw funny stuff, and then
So
yeah,
so your Wet T-shirt brand is actually hosted on Shopify, right?
yeah. So initially it was hosted on WordPress. Yeah, WordPress, and then after that, slowly I moved to Shopify. So recently we moved back to WordPress because right now we run a multi-label store.
Mm.
So with WordPress is much more robust. We can be able to see all the brands are how all the brands are performing in just one single login.
I see.
Yeah.
But back then, how did you started your like how do you create a website and all that? Because you have like zero background, right, in terms
Mm.
of like creating a website. How do you like explore this journey of like e-commerce and all that?
Well,
Did you
I
learn from
did
a mentor
learn.
or you self-learn on your own?
Oh, I did learn when I was in school. Yeah, back in 1998 or even earlier.
Mm,
Yeah. So last time, Angel Fire days, right?
yeah,
GeoCities, yeah, you already have your own blog, and then you can make it like you can design your own stuff, and then it's so easy to make to have your own blog, GeoCity or Angel Fire. Yeah, so that's where my interest to the internet actually started. Yeah, and then after that, slowly in school we learned Microsoft front page.
yeah.
Yeah, so Microsoft front page, that was back in 1998. I'm so old.
Oh, you
Yeah,
look young.
yeah. So then after that, then we have Dreamweaver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dreamweaver.
so I dabble in
Those
Dreamweaver
days.
also. Although I don't know how to do the coding and whatever, but I just do the design thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I just draw on a piece of paper how I want my website to look like, and then I just piece them together online.
I see.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
now with all these new platforms like
Hmm.
Shopify and ClickFunnels, it actually make e-commerce like very easy to start. Do you agree?
Super, super
Last
easy.
time, last time we used to last time when I started my e-commerce back then, right? We still need to spend like I think 5 figures to get all the designers, the UI UX, all the coders to actually code a website for us. But now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like so easy to get started. Anybody with the right knowledge and experience can just start this e-commerce business.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in back then there wasn't any Shopify. I remember using Joomla.
Joomla,
Joomla was super
Joomla, yeah,
hard. Yeah,
very
very
hard,
hard to very
very
hard to
complicated.
yeah, very hard to use, but I managed to use it lah to launch a e-commerce e-commerce site. Yeah, actually I launched a lot of websites before,
Wow.
a lot of fake ones. Yeah.
So besides Wet T-shirt, what other e-commerce brands have you like, or what other e-commerce brands have you started, and uh,
Mm.
why did they fail? Did you learn anything from all these
Mm.
failures?
I think the during my first employment when I was employed, and then I was selling printer consumables lah for
Mm,
my boss, and then after that he shut down, and then I came out and do my own, and then my first website was actually selling uh ink cartridges, compatible ink cartridges and
mm,
refills. Last time there was this ink tank, right, which
mm,
can be refilled. Yeah, now Epson has actually legalized it, and back then it wasn't legalized. Yeah, so
mm.
Epson was actually suing everyone. So
A
that's
lot
why
of
my
opportunities,
boss,
all
yeah,
this.
yeah. So that's why my boss just shut down and then just fly out of Singapore. Yeah. So during that time we did the printer ink, and it did not do very well because B2C is there isn't much market. I would say the advertising scene wasn't that mature yet. Yeah, yeah. And then after that, just shut it down. Lor. Yeah. What else? I actually sold lingerie before. I still remember the name was called Closet Lingerie. I think back in 2005 or 2008.
Wow, wow, that's
Yeah,
a very
yeah,
interesting niche.
yeah. So at that time, I got all the lingerie imported from USA. Yeah. And back then there wasn't any Victoria's Secret. Yeah, but then I couldn't get Victoria's Secret in. Yeah. And then US brands still wasn't that popular in Singapore. So I thought, oh, maybe give Singaporean women an alternative choice. Yeah. So I think I was too early.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And
you are
then,
too early. That's why you think that the market is not educated yet. That's why it's very, very hard to pick up. Is that right?
yeah, because I don't have a store, so everything is just done online.
Okay.
I did join some bazaar lah.
Mm.
Yeah, those bazaars, but then it was weird because a man selling lingerie, then I have to get my girlfriend and then my
To
mom or
help.
whatever to help. Yeah, then I can just
Definitely.
stand at the side to
Mm.
see. Yeah.
But okay, interesting. So when you started Wet T-shirt, what are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced, and how do you overcome it?
I think when I started Wet T-shirt, the biggest challenge was actually manufacturing. Yeah,
Manufacturing.
manufacturing.
So where do
Yeah,
you
because
where
for
do you
T-shirts,
manufacture?
right?
Mm.
Yeah, because for T-shirts, if you want to print a T-shirt in Singapore, I mean you need to have minimum quantity lah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then the technology behind it. Because let's say if you were to do full color like this, this is actually from my new label
Very nice.
that I launched last year. Yeah,
Wow. What's this brand called?
CV Life.
TB Life.
Yeah, I stopped it because it was meant to be a pop-up label
Okay.
that was actually only active for 6 months. Yeah, and then I just close it.
Okay.
Yeah. So because for full color like this, right, you need to do digital print. You cannot do silk screen, the traditional silk screen. So digital screen back then was very hard to find. And then, but luckily I found one company which was doing a print on demand. Yeah. So
Locally in
print on demand
Singapore.
meaning that in Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean print on demand is very common in US,
Yes,
but
very,
in
very
Singapore
common.
it's very, very hard to find. Yeah. So I found one company that does a print on demand. And then they had like a 2 to 3 years runway before they closed down
Oh wow.
because
Okay.
they are not profitable. Yeah. So print on demand, they use DTG printers, which is direct to garment printers. Yeah, which are very expensive, like 40 to 50K. Yeah, 40, 50K per machine. And then the ink and everything is different. I mean, it's very costly also. Yeah. So that was my challenge back then. And then after that, after running for a while, then I had another partner who roped in. Yeah. And then he said, oh, why not we do it in-house? We buy the machines and then we do it in-house.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we try to find ways to print. Yeah. So one of the way was actually to print on digital transfer. Yeah, film. Yeah, digital transfer film, which was more complicated lah. As in, you have to print on the film first, and after that, you need to use the heater to press. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But that was like a very heavy investment because like initially you were like asset like do print on demand, then suddenly you need to overnight need to buy machines and
stock up my
films. What were your train of thoughts like? Were you fearful? What were your train of thoughts like? Like how do you decided to transit from there?
I don't feel fearful because the demand is there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The demand is there, and then what I thought was actually whether is the printing quality going to be good.
So that's the number one thought that you have.
Yes. So we did a lot of trial and error, and then sometimes we had to replace our customers' T-shirt because if it's not going to be nice, and then we don't want to sell it either.
So I think the reason why you are so successful compared to the other brands is because you already have a tested and proven idea before you actually transit into having your own printer, stocking up inventory. Because I realized there are a lot of the different e-commerce people, right? Even before they test out the idea, they actually invested heavily in their inventory. And when they cannot sell the inventory, that's a problem.
Yeah. So that's a problem. So I'm lucky I had a 2-year to 3 year runway without any inventory. Yeah. So the only cost which I have is actually advertising costs and also commission. Yeah, consignment. Yeah, because I consigned to Nice and Hip Van initially when I started the brand. Yeah.
So you went to look for them or they came to look for you?
I think can't really remember. I think I went to look for them.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So, like during this journey, you mentioned that you have a mentor. Like, do you have any other mentors that you learn that really impact you, that really help you in your e-commerce journey? Can you share with us more so that we can learn from you?
Yeah, of course. Mentors are actually a must have when you come to your entrepreneurship journey. Yeah. So I had two mentors. One is e-commerce mentor. Yeah. And then another one is Facebook ads mentor.
I see.
So
What's
I
the
learned a lot of
difference?
things from them.
What's the difference? What do you like? What's the number one thing that you learn from both of them?
For Facebook ads, is actually running the right kind of Facebook ads. Yeah. And also doing retargeting and yeah. And then as for, because retargeting is very important when it comes to e-commerce.
Yes, very important.
Because when you're a new brand,
The
people
money
don't
is
know
made on the
about.
back end, actually.
Yes.
And on average, people need to see your brand at least 7 times before they decided to buy your product.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah. So for e-commerce, it's like the back end. Yeah, I learned like the back end. Actually, you don't really just make money on the front end. If you make money on front end, then that's a good thing. But Facebook ad costs are getting more and more expensive.
Yep.
So you to have a strategy at the back end, how you're going to retain our customers, because you're not just going to sell one time and then that's it. Yeah, I mean you're losing a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, definitely. So for your different brands, right, like Wet T-shirt and all that, are you just selling locally or do you already selling overseas, and do you have like plans to actually scale this overseas?
So for Wet T-shirt, when we started, it was me designing my own designs, Yeah, and then after that, slowly I spotted some other designers that that they did not sell for quite some time, and their brands were dormant. And then I just asked them, hey, would you like to revive your brand again? I can help you to sell. They say, I'm a bit lazy to sell because I don't know how to do manufacturing and how to do marketing. I said, I can do everything for you. What you need to do is just give me your designs. I'll help you to market it, and then I'll just pay you the royalty. So that's where I revived the brand Uncle Auntie, which is the Prata Kosong.
Yeah.
Prata Kosong is comparable to what design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also very, very famous.
So that's a design by another designer, not by yourself.
Another designer. Yeah, by another designer.
You actually build a platform rather than getting all the creatives from yourself.
Yeah, because I got my own limits.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and people, they have their own style. Like for his style, he like to do mashups between the brands. Yeah. So for myself, I like to do more on local humor.
I see. So now you actually collaborate with a lot of designers to actually help them to market, and together we grow the brand together. Is that right?
Yeah. So from all these brands, right? Especially Prata, I don't know why there's a lot of overseas people also buy
Okay.
People in Malaysia, they also buy.
Even though they can probably understand our local humor.
But they call it roti canai, right?
Oh yeah, slightly different. Yeah.
But maybe they think it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah. So and even people from Australia and US, UK.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Were they tourists or not? Like, were
I
they
think
tourists?
I think maybe they are tourists. Then they just want to get a piece of Singapore.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know. But then we had to ship overseas, and then maybe some of them they work in Singapore before, or they came to stay here for a long time, and then they miss Singapore.
I see.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then they just want to share the local slang with their friends and family.
English.
Yeah.
So I also noticed that you managed to like went viral and get featured in like a lot of medias. How did that happen?
Yeah. So just like I mentioned, the first time which I was featured, I wrote an email to them, and then after that I got featured. Yeah. So after that, then some other press they got to me. Yeah. Yeah, they got to me, and then after that they say, "Hey, I'm interested to feature your products or what. Can you send me some high-res photos and then send me a summary of what Wet T-shirt is all about and that kind of thing." Yeah, and especially during Chinese New Year, everyone wants to write an article
Okay.
about Chinese New Year designs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
about
course.
Chinese New Year designs, like what to wear for Chinese New Year. And
Mm.
then after that, okay, then they'll feature, and then even for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so sometimes I will write in to this press. Yeah, and then say, oh, interesting. Yeah, thanks. Send me some high-res photos and what. Yeah, and then there was once I got into Straits Times. So Straits Times they emailed to me and they say, hey, we want to feature you for the Chinese New Year edition. Yeah,
Wow.
would you like to come down for a photo shoot? Can come down on this date, this date. So I came down together with my two of my friends, and then we did a shoot. Yeah, and we were featured on the front page of oh no, not yeah, we were featured on the front page of Straits Time. On top lah,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
on top there was our photo, and then in live the middle section, middle spread. Yeah, so during that time, okay, a lot of orders came ringing.
For your t-shirt brand, do you hire models? Then for the models, do you get like local people or like those international very
No,
good look,
I don't get models, because I wrote
very
in my
localized brand?
yeah, because I wrote in my Wet T-shirt about us, right? Is it paiseh, we don't have budget to hire. So it's like a tongue in cheek lah. We use ang mo models instead. Yeah, then people say, "What lah? Why you all no budget?" Yeah, really, you are no budget. We're a Singaporean brand. What do you think?
I love it. That's a
Really,
very
like tongue in
creative
cheek,
way to go around it, and people can relate it very well.
People will be laughing at it because they see a more face and then it's Singlish.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then they know that it's a mock-up model lah, t-shirt that we mock up. Yeah.
I love it. So what advice would you give to like aspiring entrepreneur? Like if somebody wants to start a new e-commerce brand, what would you like advise them?
First get your marketing right. Yeah.
Get a
Don't bother into the nitty-gritty details on your getting your product feed perfect or whatever. Just go out there and sell. Yeah, sell first, create the demand, and then if there's demand, and then after then you think about the production later.
Yeah, that's what a lot of us, including myself, the early days, we always like, we are worried. We want to get perfectionists. We want to get the best product out. But very, very important is always test out the market. Make sure that people buy your products. Not just say that it's a good idea, but actually vote with their wallet before you actually grow your e-commerce brand.
Yeah, for sure. So there was many times where I just sold to my friends first. I said, hey, my new design, you want to buy? And then okay, discount for you lah. Okay. Then when they want to buy, then I just manufacture and I just put it on my website. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we learned so much about your brand today. So I'm just curious that if for those that are interested to actually buy interested to buy your t-shirts, where can they buy your t-shirts?
They can buy our t-shirts from wettshirt.co, WETTEESHIRT.co, or they can go to some physical outlets. You can just go to my website and then you'll see. Yeah. But just FYI, because right now I'm no longer in Wet T-shirt. I'm still the designer of Wet T-shirt, but then I already sold the company to my ex-partner. So he's handling it under the umbrella called Wet Designs Private Limited.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So we used to sell at Nines, but then they're all closed. Yeah.
Yeah, understand. So for those of you that are interested to actually follow Brandon, where can they find you, Brandon? What's your Instagram handle? Where can they find you?
Oh, they can find me at Lee Tong, LEETONG, Lee Tong Brandon.
All right,
Yeah,
so
so.
I will actually put the Instagram handle as well as the Wet T-shirt website in the comment section below. So for those of you that are interested to actually follow Brandon and find out more about him or even connect with him, all right, do DM Brandon what you have learned, and I hope to see you guys in the next interview. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this interview. Thank you so much for your time, Brandon. It has been a pleasure to have you, and it's nice to always connect with you.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.